Hi there, welcome back to another video. Tonight we're going to be looking at Cciv again. This time we are looking at how the price has moved today and over the past week, because clearly today is Friday, we're coming towards the end of the day. I'm giving my thoughts on the price that we have seen throughout today and over the past 5 days or so, because we are now seeing some decent action with this stock. Let's have a look at the 5-day chart, where we can see that the price has basically been pretty stable. So we started off on Monday at a price of about 25.14, coming towards the end of the day, at the end of the week, we are on a price of 25.09. So we've seen a little bit of a drop by about 1.18% throughout the week. I don't think that's too bad at all. I think now potentially could be a decent opportunity to buy this stock. So again, all of my opinions are coming up in this video. Please do remember though, it is not financial advice. This is something which a lot of you already do understand, but I am just going to, remind you just for safety purposes. Again guys, if you want to join us on Discord, link is down below, and obviously make sure to subscribe to the channel. Oh yes, we have just hit 12,300 subscribers. What a staggering amount that we have hit so far. But yeah, let's have a look at what we are seeing now with Cciv for today. So first things first, I have done a pretty in-depth video on this stock just a few days ago. I will try and leave it in the cards, but yes, we have a video on that was published very recently. So we're not looking at the fundamentals tonight for obvious reasons, as I just outlined. But what we are seeing today with the price of Cciv is pretty decent action. So coming from about 9 onwards, we saw this drop, which took us down to a price point of about 24.70 roughly, and from there we saw a bit of stability throughout the majority of the day. Now from those lows we saw a bit more uncertainty up until about 12.21, and then from there we saw a big gain. This took us to highs of the day, which took us actually to this point here at 25.40. So again, that was the highs, second only to this one. And from there, we dipped a little bit, but we have seen some healthy consolidation for this stock. And actually coming towards the end of the day, we've seen a bit of a push in price, bring us from this point here at about 24.97 to highs up here at 25.12. And again, we are seeing a bit of a sell-off now, bring us down to the low $25 range. But again, it looks likely that we are going to close in the $25 range. If not, I think it is absolutely certain that we are going to finish in the very high $24 range, and that would be pretty decent for Cciv. So the past week, it is good to note that from Monday up until this point here, on Wednesday, we saw some positive action. So this stock has been trading downwards now for a very long time. We'll look at that in just a moment. But obviously, it's good that we have seen some positive action on this stock now throughout the past 5 days. So that was a good boost for the price of Cciv. And then going into this day here, late Wednesday into Thursday, we saw a bit of a sell-off. But fortunately, we have been stable from Thursday into Friday, I do believe. So we've been trading in the $25 range ever since Thursday, which is good. So we have been stable here, and it does look like this stock is consolidating, and we could be looking for a move upwards potentially into next week. Now let's get a bit of the context of what we are seeing now with Cciv over the past month. So the past month shows us a very clear story. We're seeing quite dead action from the start of the month for Cciv before a little bit of a build up in price. So yes, it was moving up, which is good because we've seen some flat action for a while now with Cciv, but obviously it wasn't moving up by very much. We started off at this point here at about May the 11th on a price of 18.59, so clearly we have made some decent gains. But overall, the majority of the gains did start to come in from June the 1st, and again, there are many reasons as to why this potentially could be. So prior to this, we have seen a big sell-off for Cciv. Some people think it's because they believe that this stock is the next short squeeze. I've spoken about my thoughts on this one before. I don't believe that this is a short squeeze stock. I mean, yes, it could potentially happen, but I do not see it as that. I think this company's fundamentals do speak for themselves. I spoke about that in our last video. I think that is what we are looking for with Cciv. I think some of these stocks, when people think that they're going to do a short squeeze, people do pump the price up to unimaginable levels, and then fundamentally it's not, viable from there. I think this stock is still at a level where it is fundamentally viable for a buy, in my opinion. This is a SPAC stock. We haven't had a name change yet, and again, that could be a big catalyst. And going forwards into the next few months, we are looking at Lucid Air, which is obviously Lucid Motors, the company which this is going to be merging with. We are looking at them actually producing their first vehicles very, very soon. So this could be a big catalyst for the company. I think, you know what, this is another one of these plays. It's a long-term electric vehicle hold, I do believe. This car, this Lucid Air, it has some potential to kind of unsettle the market. It costs about $70,000, which is not cheap, but it does put it in a similar range to cars like the Tesla Model X and potentially even the Tesla Model S as well. So these two cars are pretty expensive and up there with Tesla's, Model X and Model S. and it definitely could be a competitor for them going forwards. CCIV Lucid Motors have some interesting plans, and I spoke about this as well in our previous videos, but I do think this company could be a long-term hold. So I'm happy that we are seeing some pretty flat action today. I know it is down by a little bit, but it could have been a lot worse. So we're not seeing too big of a sell-off for Friday, which is good. And again, setting us up for good action into next week. And again, coming towards the end of the day now, we could be closing in the 0 something percent for the negative, which would be even better. So good action that we are seeing today with CCIV. I think it's not a bad buy, and that's just my opinion and not financial advice. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.